Welcome everybody. It is your girl Tania. This is the Breakfast Crew podcast, and you're invited to the shenanigans. So it is Monday, January 29th, 2024. Sneaking in another podcast before the end of the month. It is 11:40 on this beautiful sunny day here in Central Texas, where I podcast with my daughter who is in school right now, but I have to go pick her up early because she got a dentist appointment, which means we have to go to the orthodontist because we got to take the wires off. All of the things that comes with having braces, right? The husband is at work and the oldest is in the house. So that's why I'm podcasting outside, because talking in the house when someone else is in the house can be just a little awkward. I don't know why, but it is. So this is episode 33. Y'all, we have made it to the 30s. I can't wait till we hit the 50s. It's going to be amazing. It is nice outside. I don't know the temp, but it's sunny compared to this morning where it was like 46 degrees. And then yesterday where it was like 30. It's very nice today. Unfortunately, February and March is when we get our hectic weather. So let's see what happens. I have a few things to show y'all. I have some events to talk about, some books I've read in the month of January, which has surprised me because I feel like I haven't read this much books in January's for never. I've never. And we'll go from there. So, those who are new to this podcast, thank you. If you came by way of watching my vlogmas, welcome. We appreciate your viewing. You hit that likes button, subscribe if you want to know when we about to do something. Those who are returning, look, as I always say, get ready for the shenanigans, because something's going to happen. I just don't know what it is yet, which is why the unpredictability of this podcast is sometimes jarring for some people. Either way, show notes. I will have something in the description bar. If I link any patterns, they're going to be Ravelry unless they have another link and I talk with my hands. Not sorry. But anyways, they're Ravelry linked, and if they have a website or anything, I will put that as well. I think that's it for that. So, the only person who will have FOs at this point in her life is Harvest. I have no FOs whatsoever to show you. Or do I? No, I don't. So, we're going to go on to the whips. I need a spunky way to say whips, because Chevis, the way she does it, I love it. But anyways, I digress. So, whips. We got, still working on my DK Advent top by Woolly Mama, and hopefully this is not too hard to show because I'm sitting on a stool. It's called the Cape May top, as y'all seen it before. If that shows up weird, I'm sorry y'all. I'm in the beautiful sun. This is the only time probably in Texas where I will say it's sunny and it feels really good outside. Other than that, I'm in my house. It is too doggone hot for that. Anyways, so here's what I got. Let's see if I can fix this leg here. Here's what I got so far. And y'all gonna see me coming. I'm just telling you that now. You're gonna see me coming, and I'm loving it. So let me tell you about the shenanigans that happened with my last cords. So I was knitting, watching TV, having a grand old time, and all of a sudden I felt this drop, like right here, I felt a drop. And I was like, what the hell? So I look, and the connection from right here on the last knitting needle just came off. Just came the flip off. And so luckily I had another set of needles. So I was working on carbons, and these are some Knitter's Pride, like bamboo. These are, what are these, 3.25, something like that, and or 3.5. And I just lost my shits. I ain't gonna lie, I lost it. So I thought that was him coming outside. Anyways, so I fixed it. I picked up the stitches. I put it back on. I put it on a different cord, and I haven't touched it since. I just needed to give myself a mental break. Now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 colors in here so far. Yes, and I have to admit, the striping sequence that she has in the pattern is not working for me, because it's DK weight, and I don't have a lot of yarn because I only got like 20 grams, I believe. So I could just tell you because I got my little paper right here. It is 20 grams. Gee. Yeah, 20 grams, 20 grams. So it's not a lot of yarn when it comes for DK weight yarn. So my striping sequence is a little off, but I figured I would do, and you kind of can't tell, you could tell down here, but you can't really tell right here. I decided to do helical knitting with this, and I feel like it would work better with this than any other type of like connecting or whatever we do. I don't even got the words right now, but I don't got the words. But either way, I'm thinking what's going to have to happen is I'm going to have to use this yarn for my sleeve, and it's going to be the ribbing on my sleeve. So, and probably the ribbing on the bottom of the shirt or the top. So, you know, her sleeves aren't long. So and then the ribbing on the bottom here. So I will probably do that, and I'm okay with that, just so I can use as much yarn as possible, because now I'm having to, like, I have this much left over from the third color. Yeah, that's the third color, and I really wanted to use all of the colors, but I don't just want to start a color in a different section of the pattern, because it would just look weird. I feel, maybe not, but my brain can't process that, because I've already started one process, and I'm gonna just keep finishing it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just keep finishing the way I go in. So that's the Cape May pattern, the Cape May sweater by, I didn't even say who it was by. Yeah, I did this in a while, y'all, sorry. Biscuit yarn, but the person who wrote the pattern was Louise Robert Designs, and it's a free pattern on the Biscotti yarn website. And I'm using the DK mini weights I got from this year's 2023 Advent by Woolly Mamas, and I am loving the process because I'm loving the yarn, but it is driving me a bit yeah. So next, I'm gonna put this right here. Yay. Okay, next I have the Flax sweater by TinCanKnits. I am knitting it for Pancake. I have the sweater on hold, and I'm knitting the sleeves. I'm not sure if I told y'all about my debacle with the sleeves. Just in case I didn't, I'll do it real quick. So I was knitting along, knitting, and I was like, let me see where these sleeves are on him. And then I realized that the sleeve circumference was way too big for him. Now, he does have sweaters that he wear, and he had pulled some of those sweaters out, and he was trying the sweaters on to see if he still fit those sweaters. And some of the arms on those sweaters were kind of big, and he said that's how he liked them. But this was just too much fabric, and it's acrylic, so you know it's acrylic. If I try to dry it, it's not going to dry, because we're going to kill the acrylic fabric, and it's just going to stretch. So I ripped out to here, and I put it on a smaller circumference needle, and I went down a size. So I went to a size 4 to knit the sleeve, kept the same amount of stitches, and I just knit. Now I'm at 15. Last time I measured, I think I was at 15 and 3/4. I think I wrote it down. I haven't worked on it in a few. Right, 15 3/4. So I'm going to knit to about, no, I need to knit to 15 3/4 so I can start my decreases, which I haven't decreased anything because he said he wanted a nice big open sleeve. So not open sleeve, but loose. I mean, the boy don't got big arms. His arms are pretty skinny. His biceps are fairly big, but that's because he has to do push-ups and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, I will decrease. I will use one of these decreases, and then I will start decreasing at 15 3/4, and then I will decrease a little faster than what the pattern said, because I have to get to 18 3/4 or 18 1/2 in order to start my ribbing, so that the sweater isn't too long for him. So that's my plan. And because I don't know, it's coming out nice. I'm gonna measure it against his other sweater still again and go from there. So that's how that's coming along. So I'll move the stitches later so y'all can see, but I still got the body on waist. And so then once I finish this sleeve, I gotta do the next sleeve. When I told some people that I was knitting him a sweater, they was like, I didn't know you like him like that. And I was like, a little bit. Let's see. The next project is my blanket. This is the cabin something blanket. I don't think I printed off the pattern. I didn't. So if y'all remember, during vlogmas, my needle popped while knitting this, and I believe I was in my car at work, and I'm telling you now, I was one hot person. I was so mad, but I fixed it. And then I got the extenders, I got more cords, and I think I put the 42-inch cord on because I was already on a 60-inch cord, I believe I was. And now I am just loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Now, granted, I gotta close up this center hole, which it's okay. I'll get there eventually. But yes, I'm loving it. This is what it looks like. I can't wait until it's big enough to cover my legs, like my thighs right now. And so I'm just randomly continuing to go through what I already have balled up to knit the yarn. Right now I have a red ball of yarn attached. This is from Cappy somebody. I think I got this as a sample, not a sample, a sample, just to kind of test her yarn out when I was at the Into the Wool retreat. That sounds right. But it's like some reds and some orange, and you probably can't see it because it's being blown out because I'm in the sun. Way to go, Tia. Anyways, that's that. I do have a new cast on, but I don't think it's a secret. I just don't want to show it because I left it in the house. It's a test knit for my friend Allie of Savvy Skeins. I have a cowl I need to finish testing, although the cowl's already out. I need to finish it because it's going to be a fun pattern. The cowl's it's just a lot because it's like 1 by 1 color work in single crochet, and I'm not a big fan of single crochet. So either way, I want to get it finished though. So I think that's all for whips, right? Yeah. So let's move on to news and events. So, news and events. Where am I going? What am I doing? I'm not going anywhere right now. Not going anywhere. However, what am I doing? I'm still doing the Pigskin Party Cow by the Jennifer Lassonde of Down Cellar Studio. We have Sunday, 2 weeks. Super Bowl, excuse me, y'all. Super Bowl is in 2 weeks. And if y'all saw the game, the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl. Detroit Lions really should have won that game. And I'm pretty sure the Ravens, I don't know what they did. I didn't watch it. So, not a happy camper. Either way, we have 2 weeks to the Super Bowl. You have 2 weeks to get all of your entries in. You have 2 weeks to finish whatever you need to finish and then put your entries in. And she's closing the thread on the 14th, which is a Monday. So 2 weeks from today. The sweater Mal with Tie-Dye Diva and Queen's Boutique. Sorry, I'm looking down because my notes are in my lap. Queen's Boutique. So basically what's going to happen with this is starting January 1st, I believe, till December 31st, I believe, because they said it's a year long. You are to make any kind of sweater, any size. Whips, I believe, are of you can enter whips, and you can use any type of material. Sorry that took so long. Because I'm thinking. The hashtag is hashtag Year of the Sweater Mal, and you can go on either Tie-Dye Diva's Ravelry group or Queen's Yarn Boutique Ravelry group, and you can put your entries in there, or you can put your entries on Instagram. One is going to be checking one platform and the other one is going to be checking the other platform. So granted, if you can't get access to Ravelry, then Instagram is your love child and you should do it. Just enter, hashtag, enter, post, do everything you have to do. They are going to be picking prizes from both Instagram and Ravelry. And if you're international, which they're going to give you a pattern up to, I think, $10, or I don't remember the amount, so don't quote me. I don't know. Just, you're better off going over there to watch the video, which I will link the video in my description so that you can go watch the video talking about the make along. Words to you. The next make along is the Cardigan Mal with Christina of Knit Habits. Christina is in North Click, that's North Carolina for those who don't know, and she is doing a cardigan mal where you can put in your whips, any size cardigan, any craft. So you can knit, you can crochet, you can machine knit, you can sew a cardigan, you could do whatever you need to do to get this cardigan on your body, and she will let you enter it. You can have multiple entries, so not just one cardigan. If you made 5, there you go. Her hashtag is hashtag make all the cardigans 2024, and she also has an Instagram account and Ravelry group. I think her Ravelry group is Knit Habits Podcast, and then Instagram she's Knit Habits. It's almost Black History Month, and we all know Miss Liz, I believe, yes, Miss Liz of the Black Knitter Podcast. She's up in Ohio, hosts a annual Black History Month KAL. I believe that's how it is. If it's not, I'll double check. And you would make something by a Black artist, or you would use materials from a Black artist. So I think last year I did the Loveland shawl by Tony Lipsy. I used a black, Spiderweb. I used a Black Makers project bag, but the yarn was dyed by Mace of Skeins here up in Dallas. So that got me an entry, and it was exciting. I love that shawl. Maybe that was 2 years ago. Probably 2 years ago. Anyways, so she's going to be doing that, and that's going to run the entire month of February. I have a book club with my job, and we're going to have a meeting, and I suggested that we read a black author, not Arthur, black author book in the month of February. So I think I'm going to suggest L.L. McKinney's Black something. Why can't I think of it? I'll put a picture up. I read it. It's like Alice in the Wonderland in the hood. And I liked it. The first few minutes, because I listened to it, the first few minutes was like blah for me. But once they started like going from one realm to another, I was just like intrigued. I was like, oh, clutch pearls, kind of thing. So that's what that's the events and news. Now we're going to go to watching and listening. Because what have I been watching? What have I been listening to? Of course, I've been watching tacky drama on TV after Christmas. Because now I have no vlogmas to watch. So, I've been watching The Real Housewives of Potomac, Married to Medicine, and what's the name of the show? Love and Hip Hop Atlanta just came back on. I might have to start watching that. They got some people on there. I'm just like, why? We'll see. I started watching this show at work on my lunch break called The First Wives Club. Jill Scott is in it. And she's playing a singer in the show who husband / producer has been cheating on her for a while, and he left her for another artist on his label who is some kind of British R&B singer, I guess. And Jill Scott's character is like wrestling with the fact that her husband, 1, left her for a younger woman, 2, purposely had her fail musically because he was putting effort into this other young lady, and 3, she's realizing that her friends have always been her rock. So it's an okay show. Just a quick 30 minutes so I can eat lunch and go about my business, but I'm in season 2 and I probably won't watch it. It's just whatever. The Crown, y'all. The Crown is in its final season, and these last few episodes I watched has just made me so sad because it's like the aftermath of Diana passing away, and William and Harry trying to pick up their life after losing their mom, and yada yada yada. I'm kind of here for it, but I'm just really trying to end the series. Right now I'm in the Tony Blair era, so whatever. Golden Girls, of course. January 1st, I started watching Golden Girls again. Like, I've literally watched all 7 seasons since January 1st, and I will continue to watch all 7 seasons year round. That's just my love language. Golden Girls are my love language. It's a hoot. What have I been reading? I read 4 books in January, y'all, and I'm on my 5th. Who are you? Who is this girl? 4? 5? Child, look, yeah. So I read The Magician's Nephew, which is a book about, I think it's like a prequel to the Chronicles of Narnia. Yeah. So basically that kind of fantasy type deal. It has some reference to the Chronicle of Narnia. It has the lions and all the animals. And it basically tells you how the king and queen becomes the king and queen of the Chronicles of Narnia, and who are the parents of the kids in the Chronicles of Narnia and that kind of stuff. So I read that. It was like a 3-hour audio book, so I read it in like 2 days. It was great. The Other Black Girl, this is for a prompt for the 52 books, the 52 reading book challenge of 2024. It's a Facebook group, and they have these prompts on Storygraph, and they put books related to the prompts. And so now you don't have to like go searching for books or ask. Well, I mean, you can probably still ask, but ask for books that fit certain prompts. And so they made that part of me looking for a book very easily. So this prompt is the lock-in, something about a locked-in character, and the book is called The Other Black Girl. And I didn't really enjoy it. I was expecting it to be suspenseful, but it wasn't. It was more like, okay, hurry up and get to it. And I kind of don't like to feel that way about certain books, but I mean, it just happens for me. The cover didn't like blow me away or anything, but I still wanted to read it because the synopsis of the book was interesting, and I just didn't really enjoy it like I was hoping to. And then I felt like I got left off on a cliffhanger. Like, I needed to read another book to find out what happened. And there is no other book. So, take that. Big Girls Don't Date Quarterbacks. So, I don't know how or why, but this author, Kelsey something, I'll have pictures of all the books that I'm talking about anyway. She popped up on my Instagram. And I don't know why she popped up on my Instagram, because I've never followed her, but maybe the authors that I do follow, they are similar. Either way, this is about a high school girl who has a weight problem. So most of her books are based on curvy girls. And this is about a high school girl, I think she's in her senior year of high school, who has always been curvy, found out that she has PCOS, so that's why she has a hard time losing weight. She is in this preparatory school. This quarterback is very handsome, apparently, and he's dating, or was dating, the cheerleader in the school, who naturally is a thin blonde chick. And so they talk, but then something had happened in one of her, and her mom's like the health teacher or something at the school. So they were talking, the cheerleader chick was making fun of another curvy girl in the class, and they put out this bet about getting to date the quarterback. Well, she goes about it, and then she gains friends in the process, and then she kind of gets a little too much into it, and then, stuff hits the fan. Teenage drama type stuff. But it's very interesting because curvy girls can date quarterbacks. I mean, not everybody need to be a size 2. Not everybody need to be blonde. Not everybody needs to wear makeup. Like, some people have natural beauty. Some people have naturally big bones like me, who like try to be skinny like me and just realize that skinny isn't always the right answer like me. Although I could get rid of some of this midsection. If I could just cut that off, that would be great too. And I'm willing to share my bust with y'all, because these 44 triple Ds, almost Fs, are just not the business anymore. I'm just saying. So that was a good book. There's another one that I had on hold. It's called Curvy Girls Don't Date Billionaires, but I had to give it back because I wasn't reading it, and like 3 people was waiting on it. So. And another book I read for a prompt. The prompt was part of a duology, which I did not know that was a thing. I didn't know that books written with 2 parts, like a first and a second book, was called a duology. Did y'all know that? Y'all probably did. Y'all probably smarter than I am. Anyways, so this is called At First Sight by Nicholas Sparks. He wrote that book. Anyway, I'm going to forget it. I did forget it. But I remember Channing Tatum was in it, and he was like a soldier or something. Everything is based in North Carolina, so this one is too. It's based in a place called Boone Creek. I'm just telling you. Atlanta, Carolina type town. I don't know what it is. But either way, this was actually a prompt for a grieving person, I think. And a duology. I could have used it for one or two of the prompts. But I think I used it for the duology prompt. And the main character, the guy, is a New Yorker who fell in love with a Carolina girl who moved up to New York for something. I don't know. I don't remember. And either way, they started to like each other. They started dating. The girl got pregnant, decided that they should probably get married and make it official. He got married. He moved down to Boone Creek because she wanted to go back down there because she wanted to be a library in the local library that she used to go to. And yeah, they had some tragedies. The girl got pregnant. The girl was pregnant, and then they found out that something was wrong with the baby in utero, and then stuff happens. So in the midst of him grieving his writing abilities, because he was a writer for not the New York Times, some kind of journal. But when he moved, he like had some grief about moving. He had some grief about this. He had some grief about that. And yeah, it started off kind of happy and jovial, and then it got a little and then it got sad. And then I was just like, oh man, listen, life is hard and you have to learn how to deal with adversity, period. So now what I'm reading is called The Mother-in-Law. This is the prompt for women in STEM. I'm not sure how this prompt is used because the mother-in-law is not in STEM. Maybe it's the daughter-in-law, but I don't remember what she does for a job because she got married and then she was pregnant 3 times, had kids, stay home. You know, I don't remember. But it's interesting because her and the mother-in-law don't get along. But so we're going back between mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law. Something happened to the mother-in-law. So we're talking about past when it comes to the mother-in-law. We're talking about past when it comes to the daughter-in-law. And then we're talking about future when it comes to the daughter-in-law and her perspective. So it's interesting. So far, I'm almost 5 hours in, and it's a 9-hour book. So if I can give it some more listening, I'll probably be finished before the end of the week. And speaking of the end of the week, oh wait, let me say, I have a list of podcasters that I watch during Vlogmas. I think what I'm going to do is just like run a credit as I'm talking, so you can see all the people. I watched a crap load of Vlogmas. I think the only time I actually physically watched TV was when we were watching movies. That was it. I only watch Vlogmas because it's that time of year. Just give me so much joy. Anyways, so all the Vlogmas you will see. I tried to watch them like everybody's day 1 and then everybody's day 2. And then by day 11, which was day 20 something for me, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just have to watch everybody and go from there. So I watched up to everybody's like day 12 or 13, and then it got to the point where Christmas came and I just started from the top part of my subscription list who had Vlogmas, and I just went down, and every day that I was off I watched about 4 or 5 hours of Vlogmas. That's what I did, and I was okay with that. But speaking of, let's talk about life events. Your girl will be 41 in 2 days. Yes, 41. Bring it on. I'm excited, as you can tell. I love everything about my 40s. I'm in the I don't give a phase of my life. If you do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. Life is too short to be waiting on people to do things for you if you can't do it for yourself. That's where I'm at in my life right now. I'm ready. I'm just ready. We all need to get some of this energy. We need to get some of this energy back, put more energy into yourself, because again, life is too short. I got parents and I love my parents to death, but guess what? I need to think about me. I got kids. I love my kids to death, but guess what? I need to think about me and my relationships with certain people and things like that. So this year, I did not come out with a New Year's resolution. I came out with a word, and my word of the year is pause. I don't think I said it. My word of the year is pause. I'm pausing on relationships that don't mean nothing to me. If you can't give me the same energy I give you in our relationship, then we're going to put you on pause. I am pausing on life situations. Like, I want to be intentful, and is that a word? Intentful? Intentional. Sorry. I want to be intentional, and I want to live in the moment. So any craziness that comes around, I'm going to pause on it, because I'll deal with you later. Now, if it's something that needs to be dealt with right now, yes, it will get done. But I'm going to pause. I'm just going to pause on some financial things. If I can help it, we're going to pause on some of the yarn buying. We're going to pause, because I want to knit and crochet from my stash. If I can't figure it out within my stash, then I will go to destash and see if someone would be willing to destash some yarn or some things like that. I feel like I have a good bit of yarn that I could knit and crochet wherever I want in my stash, and so that's what I'm going to do this year. Except for my birthday month, where this is my birthday month, right? So we're gonna get something. So that's how I feel about that. Girl Scout cookie sales are going fairly decent. We're probably going to go out someplace tomorrow after archery practice, and maybe at Walmart and do something. And then what else is there? Working. Oh yeah, work is okay. It's very frustrating. Some people are very frustrating. I am looking for another job, retirement wise, right? I used to work in government entity, and I've set up at least 12 years of retirement, and I don't want to trash that. So I'm going to try to get back into the government entity so that I can restart my retirement program, and so I won't have to be working until I'll probably have to work till I'm 70 something anyway, the way the current government climate is going, but I digress. But let me show you what I got for my birthday and my friend Elisa's birthday. We went down to Texas Keeper Cider, which is a cute little place in South Austin where they sell cider. They make their own cider on site, and they have outside seating. They had a band that came. It was very nice. They had a tall bass cello thing and a guitar, and I think a regular bass guitar, which y'all know I got a bass guitar. And so anyways, I found a sewist on Etsy who is from South Carolina, and I wanted to support my South Carolina friend, so I had her customize me and my friend Elisa, because we're both Aquarius. I'm the 31st and she's the 1st of February. And I had her customize a bag for us. So this is my bag, because I had a large. And I like shawls and sweaters and so forth like that. So my friend Elisa is definitely a sock knitter. And so I got her a smaller size, which I will pop in the video. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, I should turn it this way because it's probably going on the podcast. Anyways, so I found this lady on Etsy.
Okay.
She's from South Carolina. Y'all know I love my state. She makes amazing bags. So I asked her, I said, hey, do you have any celebration bags? I have a friend whose birthday is right after mine. I'm going to see her. Can I get her something or get us something? So she said, no, but I'll make y'all something. And I said, okay. So she showed me all these pictures and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, great. So I got it. I want yours in sock size, because you like to.
Smaller pieces.
Yes.
So they match?
They do match. You ready?
Yes. Oh my god.
That's beautiful.
So,
oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
She does like.
She did all of that. Yeah. Yeah. And then look on the inside. Because she's like, what do you want on the inside? I was like, well, my favorite color is purple.
It's our color. It is our color.
It's our love.
Oh, good. She has a tag.
Mm-hmm.
MLD.
Yes. Threads.
Yes.
This is a nice bag.
It's nice. And so mine looks the same, except it's bigger.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Matching bags.
So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So today your birthday is January 31st, and then
That's
mine
right.
is February.
And then our friend Katie both gave us a skein of some Plucky. Hopefully that comes up. Not really, sorry. Plucky. This is the color Webster Grove. This is their Primo Fingering, 385 yards, 75/25. So merino cashmere nylon. I got a little bit of nylon. I got a little bit of cashmere. And I could make some socks out of these, but I probably won't. I wish it was DK, because then I definitely would make some socks out of those. But anyways, that's that. And it matches the inside of my bag. It just matches perfectly, right? So then earlier this month, Courtney, I don't know her last name, I'm pretty sure she doesn't want us to put her last name out there, but Courtney of the Silly Goose Yarns company had a sale. Her birthday is also in January. She turned the big 50, and so she had a 50% off on all of her yarns. And I was already hovering because she also came to Woolen Folk, and I've been looking at her website for a little while, so sorry for the noise. But I got 6 skeins of mohair from her. Green apple, wave something. Sorry, y'all. Wave. This one is called chili pepper. This orange in between is orange blaze, day-old apple, day-old pie, and blueberries. So there's Suri 75, baby Suri 26% silk. They're 50 grams and they're 328 yards a piece. So I probably should have gotten 2 of each, but some of them didn't have more than one, so I just got one. And then a friend of ours named Rebecca, she was supposed to go on a retreat in Tennessee, but the retreat in Tennessee was cold and it was frozen over, so they canceled the retreat. They were supposed to have a de-stash table at this retreat, and she had took out a bunch of stuff that she wanted to de-stash. A friend of hers came over to her house and took all of the green, and so she brought what was left over to the table, and I picked out some apple tree knits. It's the papaya gradient. It's the standard 560 yards, 4 ounces, 113 grams, 100% superwash merino. And there's some black spots in here for the papaya, which I love papaya. So I don't know what I'm going to make out of this. Probably a cute little shawl to go around my neck so you can see the gradient. And then she had some Lemonade Shop on the table in her bag. This is exclusive for Jimmy Bean's wool. This is 400 yards, 100 grams, 80/20 superwash merino simple sock. Oh man, that's blowing out. Ooh, Lord. That thing just say pow right in the kisser. I don't know if I can get a good color of this. That might be it. So that happened. And those are the only yarns that I either was gifted or I bought. So a week ago last Sunday, I went down to a Texas wino event with my sorority sisters and did not leave empty-handed, y'all. I did not leave empty-handed. I will make a list of all of the wineries that was down there. It was 9 of them. And one of my friends who lives up here in Killeen is a nurse with me. Her and her husband have a business where they sell oils that go pair well with food and bread while you're drinking certain wines. And so they was there, and I got to taste the oil for the first time, and it was so good. I told her I'll get my bottle when I get back home, because I need me a discounty. I'm just saying, that friend's discount. But I came back with 9 bottles of wine. 3 of them were like a short bottle. I have a video. I'll put it up here while I'm talking. And 2 of them didn't have a label, but they were sangria being poured out of a 7-Up bottle with a top. Now, you know, when you get that, it's going to be good. When you getting poured wine from a 7-Up bottle, you know it's about to be good. Y'all know something good went into that bottle. Needless to say, I drank the first bottle that night, and the next night I drank the second bottle. So I no longer have any more of that. But I got some other stuff that I'm ready to enjoy with the hubby, so we'll see. On that note, I think I'm going to end it. I may or may not put Harvest in here. If I do, then I'm already at 45 minutes. So if I do, then we'll probably go over a little an hour, because she does like to talk about her drawings a good bit, and I like her to expand on certain things. So I apologize now if it's a very long episode for y'all. But you can always like us, subscribe, and if you follow us on Instagram, which I never remembered to say at the beginning of the show, but I do put it up. I'm the natural_crow knitter 83 on Instagram, and Hooked4lyfe LYFE on Ravelry. And you can come follow me over there. Harvest, her account is private. If I know you, I will approve you, because I kind of control that a little bit. But if I don't know you, then please know you will be denied. Denied. No. So either way, I think I might wait to say peace out, Girl Scout, because, well, if I don't, then I'll go ahead and do our outro. If I do, though, we'll just do it again. So peace out, Girl Scout.